So here we are with the new project that we're going to be making with April's Caboodle Kit. Now, I know some of you might think, well, this is very somber. Well, I guess it is, but I've always been intrigued by old mugshots. And I always write this little story in my head about the backstory to the pictures because things aren't always what they seem. So every time I look at these pictures, um, I just wonder what was that one turning point in their life that ended them up being arrested. And everybody has a different story, right? So when I started thinking about this, I was thinking of all the backstories and that we would put that in the journal. But some of the ladies that I've been sharing this with in the group and on my live streams, they kind of went in a different direction, like the real criminal aspect of it. And I was looking more for excuses for their criminality. But you can go in either direction with the supplies that you're going to have this month in this kit, and you can do with it what you will. Um, Part of the construction of this is some fabric. So you'll get a strip of fabric that will allow you to um, put the journal together this way. And we'll go through step by step how we do that. You obviously were going to get printouts of these photographs. And then this is put together with discarded books. A lot of you already have your own books, so you would just need to find two books that you don't mind tearing apart, and we'll be able to make the construction for this. It's sort of like I don't know what to call any of these books anymore. They've all got such different names, but it kind of folds out all over the place and things fall out. You know, you know, this is what we'll be making. And it's not as complicated as it looks. A lot of you, if you've already done the different caboodle kits with me, I've kind of melded two different ones together to create this kind of look. So some of the pieces parts might look familiar, but we're just going to put them together a little differently. But pretty much everything you need to make this, except for your um, recycled book that you'll get to tear apart and we get to put back together again together. Pretty much everything else is going to be in the kit. So let me show that to you right now. I used one of these hanging folders in there to make some of the moving parts. So you'll get one of the hanging folders. And I also used a manila folder for some of the moving parts. So that will also be included. This is to attach your removable journals that are in there um, to the book. So you're going to get that stretchy elastic stuff. And I have quite a few of these envelopes that I've already grunged up myself. So there'll be a couple of those in there. You'll get a nice size piece of fabric that will be used here on the spine, and we're just going to paint it. I painted it black. You can paint it any color that you like. And I did find some ladies asked about the toe tags because they're going off in a completely different direction than I am. And I found a few that were copyright free. So I went ahead and I'm going to enclose a couple of different types. Whoops, body release. Oh, I just made multiple copies. Anyway, you won't get all those. You're going to get one of each or two of each. Then on the cover, we're going to be using this metal to put on there. And of course, some of the mug shots. Some letters that I use on the cover of little journals inside. We've got two or three, I think three different marbled papers that we'll use. And this is just the front page of that document we just saw that we'll use to cover one of the little journals inside because we got two of them in there. And some more marble. And this is from some certificate from England. I think it's a death certificate. And more of the marbled. And then for those of you that are going into the dark side, we have the County Coroner Department summary where you can describe all the pieces parts, you know. Of course, you have to have some fingerprints, or you could make your own fingerprints. You know, we got plenty of dyes, right? All our stamping stuff. And these are the ladies that started the whole thing in my head. I saw these and I go, oh my goodness, look at those. Look at those stories there. Just think of the stories you could make up. So that's there. And then I really like the ones where they show the close up and then the picture from the distance. I like those too. So I put a batch of those. And then the incident report from the police. Hello, you gotta have that. And then just a lot of different kind of stamp stuff that I put throughout the book. Those little sayings are all through it, you know. So so that's there for you to play with. And then to make the little, you know, movable parts inside of the journal, a couple of patterns for that. And then the little small miscellaneous stuff. Some of you don't have a punch for some tabs, so I just punched a few so that you can put them in there in the journal. And then also throughout, what makes it look kind of a little more antique-y, I put different colors of tape over it. So you've got 8 different little pieces, and I think I cut those like into thirds, some of them in half throughout the journal, so you have more than enough to play with. Oh, where did that other piece go? I'm losing stuff. These right here. These right here, I thought these were kind of cute to put in there. So I've cut one out for you. Can you see? Yeah, I've cut one out for you, and then you can use that as a template if you want to make some more. And I just made them out of the file folder, and then we'll decorate those like that. And then these are just other pieces that I decorated that are in there. I haven't shown everything because there's too much to go through, but we'll do it together. And here's another one of those. An envelope that I grunged up. This is the leftover from the die that I cut because I thought you might want to use it as a little frame. And then some little other little not pockets, little envelopes. I used those. I forgot to open all these up, but I'm going to use those like this and then make a little card and put the card in there and put my version of their backstory. So that's what you can do with these. And then this, I turned into this little book. And I'll enclose one of these little books for you to put in there also. So that'll be included along with this. And then I put this somewhere in the book. Oh, yeah. Forgetting where everything goes. That goes right there. At least that's where I put it. And then just some of the scraps left over from the die in case you want to use them for tabs or whatever it is you want to use. And then this is what I used for the closure for the book that we have in that little small journal that we have in there. So lots of fun stuff. It's going to be fun no matter which direction you go, whether you want to go on the more sensitive side like me, or you want to go toward the gore side. It's all up to you. You'll have all the stuff to go either direction. You might want to go both directions. Some people have excuses, and then you feel other people don't have any excuses. I don't know. All right. So, for those of you that is the first time maybe you've seen my kits, I sell the kits, and then the first week of the month, we get together on my channel, the one where you're watching this, and we go step by step putting it together. So if you're not able to buy the kit, you can still come over and join us, and with your own stash, create something very, very similar. So I think we're going to have some fun with this one because it's a little quirky. I like quirky stuff. All right. Thank you so much. And as always, I think this belongs in your home just the way it is.